Hi everybody, it's Karen from Scrappy Canuck Studios, and I'm here today for DCWV to share with you a little tutorial on using DCWV's A2 cards and envelopes to create a center step card. You're going to be amazed at how easy it is to modify one of these great cards. The other products I'm going to be using are these adhesive mirrored frames. I'm going to use this red one up here in the corner. And then one of my favorite new holiday stacks. This is called Candy Cane Lane. If you haven't seen this stack yet, it is fantastic. Lots of bright graphics, red, black, and gray kind of are the tones, so you get lots of contrast, and just really lots of great graphics going on in this particular stack. So this is the one that I'm going to be using to embellish the card as I go throughout the project. So let's get started. Okay, so what you need to do then is you need to pull out one of your cards, grab a ruler and a pencil, and we're just going to do a little bit of measuring. So starting on the bottom line, so this is the open end of your card, I'm just going to give myself a little mark 1 inch up from the bottom, just to get an idea of where that 1 inch mark would be. And then I'm also going to go in from the side 1 inch. So I'm basically creating a 1 inch border along each side and the bottom. These are going to end up being some cut lines and some stop lines. So right where that 1 inch line is now, I'm just going to flip it around so it's easier for you to see. I'm actually just going to draw a line from the folded edge of the card down to that 1 inch mark that I marked off from the bottom. Now I also know that this card is 4 1/4 inches, so I can actually line up my ruler at the 3 1/4 inch mark right here, draw my line down, and it should be stopping at that 1 inch mark that I originally measured off. So I'm just going to double check these and make sure they actually are straight. I don't always draw straight lines. Perfect, they actually look pretty good. And I'm just going to take my scissors now, and again, starting at the folded edge, I'm going to cut down, stopping 1 inch before the bottom of the card. Just like this. And try to be as exact as possible where you stop. And so we end up with these two little wings or these little flaps on the outside, and those flaps are what we're going to work with now. So open up your card and just kind of pull those away so that you know the cut line is nice and smooth and ready to go. And then using one of the tabs, one of these flaps on the edge, what I want you to do is just fold it back where your cut line stopped, matching up the side edges, and then just pressing it in place. So you get a nice mountain fold, just like that, or a little V shape on the end of your card. Now what we need to do is repeat that same fold, but this time we're going to match up the bottom edge of the card, and we're going to create a fold line just by pinching right here. So what you end up with is this little Z-shaped fold like that. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So again, start by folding this particular tab all the way back on itself at that 1 inch mark, matching it up so you get this little 1 inch fold here, and then line up your bottom edge. Use the side to help you make sure that your fold is straight. Pinch it, and you've got another little fold there. You can already see the center step card starting to take shape. What we need to do now is modify where the middle fold line was. So pinch your new fold between your thumb and your finger, match it up with the bottom end of your card, and then pinch, creating a new kind of top edge fold. So again, fold this little tab back on itself. Okay, grab the back end of your card, match up your bottoms, and then pinch, just like this. All right, and essentially you have all of your fold lines in place now. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get rid of this extra fold line. That was the original fold line for your card. And all we're going to do is we're going to adhere some pattern paper there, and that's going to stiffen up this tab and hold it in place. You're going to be amazed. You won't even see that there was originally a fold line there. We'll do it on both sides, and it's going to create a really nice, strong card for you to work with. Okay, so the next step is actually to adhere these pattern pieces. I've gone ahead and cut these. They are 3/4 of an inch wide by 3 inches long. That's the kind of dimension that will work every time. And then all we're going to do is line it up so that you've got, about 1/8 of an inch around each side. You're going to push it all the way down into the fold line, and that's where you're going to line things up. So all I've done is I've got some of the score tape on the back, and I'm just going to peel it off. Any kind of adhesive will work. I just like the dry adhesive because it's quick and easy to use. And again, I'm just going to take it, I'm going to push it all the way down into the fold line, and we'll line it up kind of in the middle of your tab, trying to keep yourself with a little bit of an eighth of an inch border around both sides. Do you see how strong that has become? You don't even see the fold line that you can still see on this side. It just sort of disappears with the pattern paper over top. And we didn't need to do nearly the same amount of cutting or scoring as if you make these center step cards from scratch. So it's really easy. Okay, so we'll just do the same on the other side, just lining it up. And you can see I've got this awesome center step card ready to go. No more folds, extra fold lines. They've all kind of disappeared. And the cool thing is they still fit into a standard A2 envelope. So it looks like you've changed the dimensions of the card, but we haven't. It's still the same dimensions, just with the fancy folds on the sides. Okay, so the technical construction part of the card is actually done, but I wanted to show you how I was planning to kind of finish off this card. Now, I don't usually do measurements, but I did want to share some with you. So this piece happens to be 3¼ inches by 3½ inches, and that will fit nicely filling in this empty space on the A2 card. Now, this one, I have to admit, I didn't measure. It's probably about 2 inches, and it's probably going to be about 4 inches long. And then this one actually is 2 by 2, which creates a nice little background for the adhesive frame. This was one of those mirrored adhesive frames. Then I just have this little star cut out. This happens to be from May Arts. And then just to kind of finish off the bottom edge, I think I might use some of this trim just along the bottom. So I just cut that out from the bordered paper. And I'm just going to actually adhere it all. I might tie some ribbon around there, and the card will be all finished and all set to go. So there you have it. The card is all put together and ready to go. Pretty simple, but I think it really packs a lot of punch. I think the modification on the A2 card works really well with the patterns from the Candy Cane Lane stack. So I hope this little tutorial has inspired you to take maybe something that's a little more traditional and modify it to just give it a little more punch and pizzazz. Thanks for stopping by today, and don't forget to come visit us at the DCWV blog for more inspiration and more projects from our great design team. Thanks for stopping by.